You're watching Great Tastes of Manitoba.
Manitoba Chicken on a drum roll tonight with Manitoba Chicken and Gina Sunderland. Of course, we've got 3 amazing recipes. We've done 1, Hosen Chicken, and now we're on to number 2, Herbed Buttermilk Chicken. And this is a beautiful recipe for all different kinds of reasons. This is going to include a beautiful buttermilk sort of marinade. So
Yes.
Take us through the steps, Gina.
Okay, Des, so we start again with about 2 pounds of our delicious drumsticks, and we are going to make this delicious herbed buttermilk marinade. Something I absolutely love about this recipe is that you can get it ready the night ahead or first thing in the morning, and you pop it in the fridge for about 6 to 8 hours, and you let the beautiful buttermilk marinade with all the herbs infuse into the chicken.
It's going to do its work.
It's going to do its work, and that buttermilk tenderizes the chicken. So let's get started.
Let's.
All right, so we start out with 1 cup of buttermilk, and a trick is to buy the full fat buttermilk.
Okay.
So the 3.25%, because then you have a nice, creamy, delicious marinade.
Richer, yeah.
And then I'm gonna get you to add a tablespoon of each Dijon mustard.
Okay.
Perfect.
For a little bit of flavor.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
So many nice flavors going on in this recipe. A tablespoon of our olive oil. Nice.
Okay.
A tablespoon of our fresh rosemary, or you could use about half the amount of dry.
Okay. Fresh
Okay,
is
perfect.
always nice if you can swing that.
Yeah, and then sort of like, the savory and the sweet. This balances out with about a tablespoon of our honey.
Yes, so about 300 Western Canadian beekeepers. It's a collective, and a lot of them right here in Manitoba. That's Bee Made Honey, so we're always so happy to feature it on the show. We've been able to
So
do a lot
nice.
of that this season, so thank you. Okay.
Wonderful. And then we've got about a teaspoon of garlic powder, salt, and paprika. So you can just see there are so many flavors into this marinade. And then of course some delicious poultry seasonings. This is marjoram, half a teaspoon, or you can use oregano if you have that on hand.
Sure.
Thyme and sage.
Okay.
And then of course our fresh ground black pepper.
I'm not going fast enough for you here, Gina.
You are doing
Okay.
great. So
Got it all in there.
Des, I'm gonna get you to give that a
we
really
whisk
nice
now?
whisking. Yes, we do.
All right. There it is, and so,
Fantastic.
yeah.
Ah, you know what? Those herbs, so nice.
A little bit of warmth, a little bit of sweetness, and then you've got that tangy, buttermilk,
Yes.
which, again, as you said, really is kind of an ideal pairing with chicken because it just like tenderizes
Does,
and.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's a beautiful pairing with chicken. Oh, I can smell those fresh herbs, especially that rosemary.
It's working.
So Des, that looks perfect. Again, just so simple. And I'm gonna have you just pour that over our 2 pounds of chicken drumsticks in sort of a zigzag pattern.
Zigzag.
Yeah.
pattern.
There we go.
No.
Perfect. This is
The whole
looking
thing. You
the
want the whole
thing, because
thing.
you know what? We were talking about this. That marinade after it comes out of the oven. Oh my goodness, have some crusty bread
Like
on
you
hand.
can actually use it as like a sauce.
Yes, you can.
Later,
Yeah.
right?
So what I like to do before I pop this in the fridge to marinate is I like to move all those drumsticks around to get that marinade underneath the chicken and on top of the chicken.
Make sure it's
did a
touching every part
Yep,
of it. Yeah.
indeed. And then just cover this, pop it in your fridge for
Okay.
6 to 8 hours. When you get home from your busy day, all you do is bring it out, put it on the counter, set your oven to 400 degrees, and then bake that chicken for about 45 to 50 minutes. So
Okay.
what we can smell baking again is our delicious herb.
Let's have a look.
But let's have a
shall
peek.
we?
I think we should.
Oh. you're gonna
Oh my
love
goodness.
This. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this.
Oh, very nice. Oh my goodness.
Boom.
Looks good. Smells great.
It really does smell
Right.
absolutely incredible. And I know that you said, was it 45 to 50 minutes?
Yeah.
But you never want to kind of guess with
Nope.
chicken. And so you've got your handy
Right.
dandy thermometer.
My favorite kitchen tool
Yep.
is a digital meat
What's
thermometer.
the best way to measure these to make sure, or sorry, to measure the temperature to
Right.
make sure that, because you have to be careful of the bone, right?
Good point. So when you are using a digital meat thermometer, you want to insert the probe into the thickest part of the chicken meat. You do not want to touch the bone. So for chicken parts like our drumsticks, it should be 165 degrees Fahrenheit or 74 degrees Celsius. And that is the best way to know that your chicken is properly cooked. And one other really important trick with this recipe is you want to let your chicken rest. So when it comes out of the oven, you've got that perfect temperature, just tent it with foil, let it rest for about 5 to 10 minutes, and that lets all the juices settle back into the meat, and you are guaranteed delicious, flavorful chicken every single time.
Wonderful. So, of course, all of these recipes available at greattastemb.ca. So give this one a try. Give the hoisin chicken, this Manitoba chicken on a drum roll. But we have one more recipe that we're going to share with you here in just a moment. And this one is sure to become a family favorite. And it's really pretty quick as well. That's another great thing about these recipes that Gina brings. So hang on for Cajun chicken drumsticks when we come back on Great Tastes of Manitoba.
You're watching Great Tastes of Manitoba, brought to you in part by Manitoba's farmers and ranchers. Local farms, local foods.